Hey everyone, welcome to Mobility Academy. I'm the flexibility guy, Coach Elia, and today I am with my good friend Luca.
Hi.
Together we're going to show you a beautiful exercise to stretch your shoulders and your thoracic area, okay? All you need is a wall and some free space, okay? So make sure you're ready to start, but before we start showing you this exercise, let me ask you to subscribe to the channel if you're new and turn on the notifications so you'll never miss one of my next videos, okay? With that said, let's start. So this exercise is called the shoulders flexion on the wall, okay? And it's a beautiful exercise to stretch your lats, to stretch your chest and your trunk in general. Moreover, it's an exercise you can use to improve your spine extension, okay? So your back extension, which is the ability to extend your spine. Something really useful if you want to achieve a bridge, which is a stretching position where you extend your spine with your shoulders overhead and you stay in that stretching position. And in my opinion, the bridge is one of the best stretching positions you can work on, okay? And this exercise is very useful also to work on your bridge, to start working on your bridge, okay? So let's see the exercise now. So the first thing you want to do is to place your body not too close to the wall, okay? Just take like a femur of distance. So for example, if you bring your leg like here, okay, you lift one leg, lift this leg here, and you bring it to the wall with your knee. So there's like the distance we want from the wall, approximately a femur here, half of your leg. Okay, you take this distance here and you place your knees on the floor here. Okay, so this is how you want to stay on the floor, not too close to the wall, okay? This is like the correct distance from the wall. Now, from here, you want to put your hands on the wall, not too high. You just start where you can like comfortably place your hands on the wall. Your fingers are pointing up and your thumbs are watching each other. Okay, so from this position we have two main variations, okay? The first one is really useful for the bridge, okay? And in the first variation we want to open the chest out, we want to arch the spine, we want to arch the lower back, and we want to push the butt back, okay? There's like this position here, if we do an activation like that one, we are working towards the bridge because we're like imitating the same position you have in a bridge with your back, okay? So from this position here, you want to drive your armpits towards the wall, okay? So as if you want to touch the wall with your armpits, you open your middle back, you open your lower back, you drive your hips back, and you want to extend also your neck, much like in a bridge, okay? So you drive your armpits, not your chest. So try not to think about your sternum. Think about your armpits and try to keep your sternum as in as possible, which means that, okay, you're extending your middle back here, you're extending your lower back here, you're driving your hips back, but you try to keep your chest in a little bit, trying to open your armpits towards the wall, okay? So you keep your hands on the wall and you drive all your body towards the wall. Now, it's important that the hips are not like you don't drive your hips towards the wall. You drive your hips towards in the opposite direction, okay? So if you drive your armpits in front of you, you want to drive your hips back, okay, away from the wall. Okay, and you just stay in this position here. We can do some dynamic repetitions here. So after you stay like for 6 to 8 to 10 also breaths in the position, you try to inhale and exhale. It's really important here because as you go into extension, your breathing will be a little bit more difficult Okay, so you want to focus on your breath and you want to stay there 6 to 10 breaths. Then after you finish, you can do some dynamic repetitions. So you come a little bit back and you return into the stretch. And you repeat for 6 to 10 reps, trying as you move your body back to push your body with your hands. Okay, not with your hips. So you try to push your hands on the wall and it drives your body slightly away from the wall. You keep this extension here on your lower back, this extension here on your middle and upper back, and you try always to like stick your bum out. Okay, and with this position here, you repeat for 6 to 10 dynamic repetitions. And on the last one, you remain again well pressed against the wall for 6 to 10 breaths. Okay, always try to drive your armpits towards the wall. That's the secret of this first variation with the chest, which is opened. I mean, not that opened, but the idea is to extend the spine, so open up the chest, even though you want to keep your sternum in and you want to drive only your armpits towards the wall. Okay, thank you, Luca. So this is our first variation of the shoulders flexion on the wall. Now let's see the second one. Okay, so let's see the second variation of the shoulder opener on the wall, and this time we're going to work with the chest completely in and with hips extension. Okay, this is little difference, okay, but it makes like a big difference in terms of the stretch you'll feel in your lats and in your trunk. Now here in this variation, you are not working your back extension, so you're not working on the extension of your back. So this work here is more focused on your shoulders and lats. Okay, I suggest doing both variations, okay, to achieve a greater level of flexibility on your lats and on your trunk in general. Especially if you're working on your bridge, you need a good shoulders flexibility and a good back extension, okay? And that's why you can use both to develop both the back extension, but here we're working more on the shoulders, okay? So you can use this variation if you want to work on your shoulders flexibility, so to improve your overhead range of motion, so to stretch your shoulders to be able to stay in an overhead position with more comfort. Okay, so the exercise is kind of similar to the previous one because the distance we want to keep from the wall is exactly the same. Okay, so you keep it like a femur of the distance from the wall, okay, and then you place your knees on the floor. From this position here, when you bring your hands on the wall, you want to stay on your fingertips, okay, not on your palms but on your fingertips. So you place your hands on your fingertips here, and now before like driving your armpits towards the wall, you want to drive your chest in as if you want to like pull your ribs away from the wall, but you don't want to move your body. You just want to move your ribs as you do that. Okay, so you move your ribs in, you squeeze your ribs in without moving the rest of your body, and you drive your hips again. Without moving your body, you drive your hips towards the wall. As you can see, I'm driving his hips in extension. So you want to drive your hip bones here towards the wall. So chest in here and hips towards the wall. This creates a really strong lat stretch here. Okay, so you're stretching your lats in a really deep way here. And now, as you are in this position with your ribs in and with your hips in extension, then you start working on your shoulders flexion. So you start driving your armpits towards the wall. Okay, so you drive your armpits towards the wall without losing this kind of connection here. So one single piece here, and you just stay in the stretch. Now, I mean, if you drive your armpits towards the wall too much, you will open your chest and you will lose this activation here. For this reason, what I suggest doing here is driving your hands up rather than your armpits towards the wall. You want to find something like above you with your hands. Okay, so as you are here, you keep this kind of a single piece in your body, and you try to drive your armpits just a bit towards the wall, and then once you are here and you feel a very good stretch on your lats, then you start driving your hands above you, and this will stretch your lats even more because you're going into scapular elevation, and this stretches your lats even more. You can remain here 6 to 10 breaths. You can also apply a PNF contraction. To apply a PNF contraction, you push your hands towards the wall, really gentle, okay, a really gentle contraction. So you hold that contraction pushing against the wall like a really light contraction. You just want to do it like on a scale from 1 to 10 at like I would say 5 to 6, okay, just a really gentle contraction. Then after 10 to 15 seconds, you stop the contraction, you inhale, you relax a little bit, you exhale, and you try to get deeper into the stretch, which means that you drive your hands further up on the wall. Okay, so you move your hands further up on the wall and you try to reach something above you with your hands, or always staying on your fingertips, trying to elevate your shoulder blades here, chest in and hips in extension. Again, 6 to 10 breaths and you can repeat the PNF contraction. Thank you, Luca. So this is our second variation of the shoulder opener on the wall, okay? So you can use both to develop a greater level of shoulders flexibility and the flexibility of your trunk and your spine in extension. With that said, that's all for the shoulder opener on the wall. A wonderful exercise to work on your shoulders flexibility, both in overhead movements, so your overhead shoulders flexibility, and in general on your shoulders range of motion, and also on your spine extension. So bringing your spine in extension, which is something really useful in a bridge stretch, okay? If you enjoyed the content, please hit that like button or leave me a comment if you have any further questions. Thank you, Luca, for showing us this amazing exercise. Have a nice stretch and see you in the next video.
Bye bye.